Hi there, this video is to show you how to post most efficiently in Seesaw. This is really relevant to any time you're posting in Seesaw, but most particularly during work sample weeks when you need to be showing a sample of work from each subject area that your student is doing through Pearl. This classroom may look a little different than what you have. This is on the teacher side of things because I want to bounce between a couple of families, and these are made-up families / my own family. So you don't have to worry that no one's actual work is being shared other than my own students, and no students other than my own are being used as examples. But I've got this Jones family here that has 5 students in it, and I made them up and I'm going to use them as an example here. So let's imagine that this family has these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos, and we're going to say that this is all for Mark, the first grade student. Mark has posted these 5 photos showing his work and not labeled very clearly, so we're not actually sure that they're all Mark's, but we're assuming just because of the level of work. But also, let's imagine that this family had 5 photos or more posted for 5 students. That would be 25 to 30 posts made by one family. And let's imagine that a teacher has 70 students. The number of posts going to that teacher would be incredibly high, which makes it just more time consuming for the teacher to effectively respond to you. So we want to think on that end as well, because we want to have good communication and good interaction abilities for the teacher to respond to each student. Now, this also could be very time consuming for the family to create 25 to 30 posts. This is not necessary, and so we're going to show you a shorter, faster, more efficient way to do this. Now, even if this hasn't been happening, there also could be this kind of posting where one student has even 3 posts. And let's say that in this family, each student having 3 posts, that would still be 15 posts, maybe more, right? Depending on how many subjects, because this family may be thinking they need to post by subject. So here's Bella's language arts, Bella's social studies, and Bella's math. And what they've done effectively here is put more than one example in one post. We love that. More than one picture, okay? So math is shown here, social studies is shown here, language arts is shown here. What we don't need to do is actually separate and post separate subject areas for the same student. And instead we can just make one post per student. So I'm going to go over to the Collins family now. These are my actual students, so I was able to make examples of them and with them for your benefit. So here, a lot of people definitely use the video option, and that's because if you look in here, in 1 minute and 30 seconds, we were able to post everything that we had been working on for the week to show examples, use the students' own words to describe their learning, and communicate everything that was needed. Seesaw has a 5-minute video limit, so you can't post more than 5 minutes, but 5 minutes should be enough to showcase learning for a full week. So that's very efficient, and what's important is that his name is posted. This is important particularly in the beginning of the school year, but every work sample needs to have the student's name posted. This is good for record keeping. It's also good when the substitute, which is myself, steps in and takes over a class in response to Seesaw posts. I have a very hard time guessing who is who, and it takes me much longer to do that if the name is not posted. So we want to get into the habit of always posting the student name. If it's a video, you can post it like that, or the student can say, "Hi, this is Micah," right? Here's another opportunity to post the name, and that is when you're writing a comment. Here, another great thing has been done where all work samples have been posted in one post. So this would be Micah's entire post for work sample week. He would have his math here, he would have his language arts, and then he would have his roller skating that he did for PE hours. Okay, and then down here, he made a comment and he was able to say that it was from Micah. So we've got a posting of his name here, which is very important, as I just mentioned. Now you may notice that this edit and delete option was available. That is just because I'm in teacher mode, and we know that you are not, as a parent or student, able to edit this work or edit this comment right here. So we know that's the case, and sometimes that's why you're ending up making multiple comments, because maybe you're commenting on each subject area, you're making new comments, or maybe you are posting for more than one student and you end up making multiple comments here. So I'd like to show you an even more efficient way of commenting on your students' work. And that would be right here. I'm going to show you an example, and then I'm going to go up here and show you how to do it. So we've got Micah, we posted his name, which is necessary and important. And then this is not a comment, this is actually a caption, and I'm going to show you that each page, each picture has its own caption in the student's own words describing what they're doing with that example. So this is actually our best way of showing student work if we're not creating a video. All student work is in one post. Students' own words are provided to explain what they're learning for each sample provided. Okay, this is the ideal Seesaw work sample post. Finally, up here, I'm going to go into this and show you. I know a lot of us are doing it on our phone, and I'm not able to record myself doing it on my phone, so I'm doing it here on the computer. But all I did was drop my photos in, and now I'm going to show you how to make those comments with the captions. Here I'm going to edit the post. Then here's all each page has a different photo. You can add more pages, drop more pictures. You can drop up to 10 pictures, which should be more than enough. It's totally sufficient for 10 photos to showcase your learning for the week. You do not need to do more than 10, okay? So you'll go over here to this caption, and this is where you would say, I'm learning about homophones this week. Here I blah, blah, blah. This would be the student's own words, okay? They can also do a voice recording that would apply just to this photo, and they could do that for each page, okay? So each page can have its own caption. So this is ideal. And then on this top page right here, we could list, this is Avia's work. She's in 4th. We could put it right up here where it's very easy. We could change the color. We can do all sorts of fun things in here if we want, but most importantly, what we need is that it's all done in one post, that the student's name is labeled, and ideally, we would be using the captions. I only added one, but you saw the example down here where every page had a caption. This is the most ideal Seesaw post apart from a video. Some tips on videoing is that having all your materials in one place is most effective so that you can pull them up, but go slowly enough that your teacher really can get a good look. They could even pause and look at the work sample, read through it if they wanted to. Additionally, you'll want to make sure that if you're using an iPhone, you're actually able to pause your video and then restart it. Maybe if you need to pull out more materials or move to a piano, something like that. With an Android, unfortunately, that's not possible. But you can avoid making more than one video for your student because you can only upload one video per post. So by having all your materials in one place and making sure you're prepared in that way. Okay, so ideally one video per student or one post per student with up to 10 photos and a caption used for each photo with their name being labeled on the top picture. If you have any questions about this, please get in touch with your teacher and they'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks so much.